India has launched its rescue initiative codenamed Operation Kaveri to evacuate thousands of Indians who are stuck in the crisis-affected areas of Sudan. According to the Union government, there are over 1,300 Indians have already been evacuated. Officials say 31 people hailing from Telangana have returned to their native places safely. During the ceasefire, Indian embassy officials are moving all the Indians to Khartoum or Port Sudan, from where they are being airlifted to Jeddah and then to India in special IAF flights or through Indian Navy ships. Let us know something in detail about Operation Kaveri. The coordinated action to evacuate Indians in the war-torn Sudan was launched on April 24 as violence raged across several parts of Sudan. The Indian plan is to gather all citizens and shift them to Khartoum, the capital of Sudan, and then evacuate them to India. Let us know why violence erupted in Sudan, necessitating India to evacuate its citizens. Sudan is in Northeast Africa and covers 1.9 million square kilometers. It is one of the poorest countries in the world. It shares borders with Egypt, Libya, Chad, South Sudan, Ethiopia, and Eritrea. Fighting initially erupted in Khartoum, the capital of Sudanese, as a result of power struggle in the military leadership. Clashes broke out between Sudan's regular army and the paramilitary force called Rapid Support Forces. After a military coup in 2021, Sudan is run by a council of generals led by Gen Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, who leads the armed forces and in effect is the president of Sudan, and his deputy, who is leader of RSF Gen Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo Aka Hameti. Both have differences of opinion on the proposed move to have a civilian rule in Sudan. The fountainhead of the difference is over induction of 1 lakh strong RSF into the army and who should lead the new amalgamated force. Armed conflict broke out in Sudan on April 15 as RSF troops were deployed across the country, which army saw as a threat. Negotiations did not help deescalate the situation, but violence broke out and swiftly engulfed different parts of the country, leading to deaths of hundreds of civilians, as the two heavily armored factions fight it out in thickly populated urban areas. Several ceasefires were declared to allow people escape the fighting, but these have not been observed. The RSF was formed in 2013 and has its origins in the notorious Janjaweed militia, the brutally fought rebels in Darfur. The RSF was accused of ethnic cleansing and its chief Gen Dagalo has built the powerful foursome which intervened in conflicts in Yemen and Libya. He also developed economic interests, including controlling some of Sudan's gold mines. Such a strong militarized force is seen as a source of instability in the country. Sudan has been witnessing violence ever since President Omar al-Bashir was ousted in a coup in 2019. Omar al-Bashir grabbed power in a coup in 1989. There were widespread protests against his 3-decade rule and the Sudanese army swiftly carried out a coup against him. But the civilian campaign for democratic rule continued. This is where a military and civilian government was established, but that was overthrown in another coup in October 2021 when Gen Burhan took over. After this, the rivalry between Gen Burhan and Gen Dagalo intensified. A framework deal to put power back in the hands of civilians was agreed last December, but talks to finalize the details have failed.